Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And today I'll be doing that using a puzzle called Multiple Arrows by FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. And I've picked this puzzle deliberately because before I get onto the puzzle, I kind of need to give a little bit of a channel update yeah, there's been some recent events that have caused me to need to re-look at the way things are done here. There'll be links below to where you can skip to the rules and to the puzzle solve, and I imagine many of you will do so, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. I didn't script this. I probably should have, but there's just a few things I want to go through. So the first one is, how is the channel doing? And the answer is not very well. I'm still putting many hours a week into the channel, as you can hopefully see from the content I'm doing, and I'm trying to make improvements to the channel in the content that I bring in everything. But the channel is really struggling from a YouTube perspective, which it reminds me of constantly. Now, you'll notice that, there's merch and everything listed below. I'm not that worried about merch, but when I try and turn the merch off, because it was like, I really don't care about this that much, and I don't, but I would be getting more than daily reminders from YouTube that I didn't have that turned on my channel, and I couldn't even post a video without multiple pop-ups telling me that there was something wrong because I didn't have it turned on. And it made actually posting to YouTube incredibly unpleasant because I was struggling through their notification system. Just turning it back on and having it there just meant all of that went away. And this is becoming more and more prevalent with a lot of the stuff on YouTube. Now, and while I say I'm not that worried about the merch financially, things are getting a little bit tricky for me as well. I'm not struggling. I'm not in any sort of discomfort financially. I'm not desperate for cash, but with the way things have been changing and everything, the same as it is for everyone, things have been a little bit uncertain. Now, one of the things that I've had to, think about is, do I want to move the direction that a lot of other people have and start selling content and start selling puzzles and putting things behind a paywall? And the answer is no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get to the point where I'm putting sponsorships on my channel. I don't want to get to the point where I'm going into deals and partnership deals with people. I don't want to get to the point where I'm getting puzzles from people and then selling them only to people who pay me. But especially if I didn't create the puzzles. And even the puzzles I do create, I don't want to sell those. I know a lot of people are going through hard times as well, but I don't want to start pay locking content. Now, that's a moral choice on my part. Not that I'm saying people who do it are amoral. I don't believe that at all. But for me, I just don't feel that this hobby, I want to be able to share the puzzles I bring with everyone, and the puzzles that I promote aren't mine. I don't feel I have the right to sell them, and I do feel that's a moral one. I do not feel that people who contribute the puzzles to me, I don't have a right to sell that puzzle. These puzzles belong to other people. Putting videos up which are behind advertising and stuff, that's okay, because it's the video. You can still access the puzzle, but yeah, it's a very different kettle of fish. And yet I get multiple emails a week saying that about sponsorship deals and things I could be doing to increase the revenue from the channel. And some of them get really, really tempting because things are tricky right now, even though I expect many of them are scams. So what I want to say is I'm going to struggle very, very hard to keep this where I don't do sponsorship deals. You don't start seeing, me promoting other products. You don't see me going into partnership deals with things. I'm going to try really, really hard to keep doing that. But if you're in a situation where you think the content that what I'm bringing is good, go check out my Patreon. Go make a Ko-fi donation. It really, really helps. One of the things that I was looking at doing is, you may remember, for those of you who've been around a while, last year I did what was called a Sven drive, where what I did is I said anyone who makes a donation to Sven's Ko-fi, Sven is the person who makes Sudoku Pad. He has a Ko-fi where he will get money that is donated to him that will go to him. The sale of his app, which is promoted in other locations, he doesn't get all of that money. A lot of that money goes to other people, not him, as part of a deal that was made. That, I think, is just terrible. He does all the work, but he doesn't get all the benefit. Through his Ko-fi, he does. So what I did is I wanted to promote people going to his Ko-fi page and getting that money. And then what I would do is I would use some of my channel finances in order to do the same. I was going to do the same thing this year, but I was going to split it up between two products that I use all the time. One for Sudoku solving, which is Sven's Sudoku Pad, and the other one is for Sudoku creating, which is a thing called Sudoku Maker by Sir Zemek. Now, I will try and link both of those Ko-fi pages below, and what I was going to do is I was going to try and do the same. I was going to try and do I might match. I'm not in a situation right now where I can afford to do any donation matching. I think people should go check out Sven's Ko-fi page or Sir Zemek's Ko-fi page and make donations to them. These are tools that support every puzzle creator that we have. If you solve puzzles, or then the creators of possibly used Sudoku Maker. It is a tool that is responsible for most of the puzzles we see now, and Sudoku Pad is used for the solving thereof. Phenomenal tools. I highly recommend supporting them. But I'm not in a financial situation to do what I did last time with those drives. So check them out, make a donation. However, I would also like to say that if you like what I do, please consider going to my Ko-fi page and doing the same. There are people who do, and I greatly appreciate it. And that is linked below in every one of my videos, because I'm just trying to make do here. The channel takes me so long to put together every week that it's a huge amount of effort. I'm trying to deal with the health issues that I've gone through. I had to take a multi-week break from the channel and publish content that I'd pre-recorded because I was sick for an extended period of time, and I'm still struggling with the ramifications of that. While that was going on, YouTube decided that my channel was not worth promoting as much, and there were huge hits on the amount of times that people would see my videos. I could see it advertising my channel less, and that was reflected in less views, less counts, less watch time, and just overall less engagement. And it's taken a month for it to get back to even close to where it was before I took that break. So I don't want to take another break, but I'm going to kind of have to. So what do I do? And then there's the other sort of content I do on the channel. I'm doing different Sudoku series. I'm doing the World Puzzle Federation and the Sudoku Tude series, and the puzzle pack stuff, which I'm finding, to be honest, way more enjoyable. And it's sort of a bit weird to me that people who are getting original puzzles, particularly from things like Sudoku packs, people who are seeing original puzzles that have not been published elsewhere, puzzles that have not been released elsewhere apart from in those puzzle packs, they're more interested in puzzles that have been published elsewhere and potentially seen elsewhere than they are in original puzzles from the same people. I don't understand that at all, but that seems to be the way it is. So do I mix things up? Do I change the way, the order that puzzles are done on the channel? Do I actually go through a period of time where if there is a big puzzle pack, that's going to be the main feature on the channel for a while? These are all things that I may look at in order to try and figure out how to manage both my energy as well as the expectation of the channel. So there's probably going to be differences coming. I'm not going to start paying for content, particularly puzzles that I didn't create, but even the ones that I create, I think, because I just don't think they're worth it. You may disagree in the comments below if you want. All of this is just overwhelming. I mean, I had channel memberships on my channel, and I had to turn that off because YouTube changed the way channel memberships work in order to try and make more money, which made the channel memberships completely unviable for what I did. And that lowered the quality of content on the channel because a lot of my testers were members and could actually pre-watch the videos and see if there were any issues with them, which gave me a chance to correct them. Now I have to do all that extra work myself, and I miss things because if you've ever tried to proofread your own work or check your own work, you skip things and miss things that other people wouldn't. It's just very, very strange. So I'm trying to figure out how to move forward. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon or Ko-fi. And if you've got any suggestions or feedback, then please reach out via email or Discord. One thing I do want to say is the best way to help the channel is, apart from watching, is to make puzzle recommendations or puzzle submissions if you're a puzzle creator, and then be willing to discuss how we go forward with all of that, because I try and do puzzles. I try and do the best I can to showcase puzzles, but presenting puzzles in a quality way is kind of sort of an engagement between the publisher, which is how I kind of see this, as someone who's published work in the past and published stories and done magazines and everything before. It's kind of the same thing doing this. I'm not responsible for the publisher. I'm publishing someone else's work, but it's got to be published in a way that shows respect to that work and the audience as well. It's a very weird situation. So hopefully people are interested in seeing their work published on the channel. Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm completely blind about that and I should just be focusing on the puzzle packs and everything. I don't know. If you're a setter and you're not interested in seeing your puzzles on the channel, reach out and discuss why. I'd love to learn what I should be doing differently. Yeah, I mean, the fact that YouTube are making this hard. I mean, one of the things that make my channel very unsuccessful is YouTube has a thing in it where it detects really short views as fraudulent or non-views. So if you click on a video and then click off the video, and I think it's the first 15 seconds, it won't register as a view. And even if you've watched the ads before the channel, before the video, that creator probably won't get anything from it, because they consider, oh, they got to the video, and because they closed off so quickly, it probably means that it was a misrepresented video, and then they won't promote that video as much because they think that something dodgy has happened. So because people often open my video, click on the link for the puzzle, and then close the video, that's it. They're on the video for such a short period of time that YouTube consider it fraudulent. If I look at my view stats, something like 90% of the viewers are on the video for less than 30 seconds, and YouTube doesn't like it. They're basically saying the content isn't engaging, people don't want to be there, therefore the videos don't get promoted as much. And I think this is why a lot of other channels have such a long spiel at the beginning of the video. It's not why I'm doing this one. I'm trying to be honest about what's going on. And all of that. So just all of these elements at once just cause a huge buildup of bleh. So, yeah, I should have rehearsed this. I didn't. Between, trying to avoid dealing with long-term seizures, other health issues that are going on, and everything, I'm going to be re-looking at how I do the channel, probably reducing the amount of what are considered the regular videos that I do, maybe changing up the order, putting the regular videos before the specials. I don't know. I'll have a look. But I'm interested in talking to people about it and getting feedback. Let's get on to the puzzle. This is Multiple Arrows by FullDeck and missing a few cards. Let's have a look at the rules. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. That was the longest intro I've ever done. We've got arrows. So digits along an arrow must sum to the number indicated in the circle or pill from which the arrow emerges. So the digits along this arrow will sum to the digit, the number that is put into this pill. The digits along this arrow will sum to the number that is put into this circle. Multi-digit pills are read top to bottom or left to right. So this will be a 2-digit number that is with the tens digit here and the units digit here. In fact, all of these are read left to right, because there's no top to bottom pills. There's no vertical pills in this puzzle, but still worth putting the rule in because that's how pills work. And then Kropki pairs, cells separated by a black dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. So it's perfectly fine for other dominoes or other pairs of cells to be in a 2-to-1 ratio or consecutive. That's all fine. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I want to start with this small arrow because I think this is trying to teach me the concept here. So what could these be? Because every black dot must have a concept on it, or must have a low digit and then it's even double. So we could have 1 and then 2 as its double. Or actually, I'm going to use just these cells to mark out what the possibilities are to make it clear. 1 could double to 2, 2 could double to 4, 3 could double to 6, 4 could double to 8. These are the possibilities. The next option would be 5 doubling to 10, and I can't write that in because 10 is not a valid Sudoku digit. So these are the possibilities. 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8. Now, what does that mean for this dot? If this was 1, 2, this would be 3. If this was 2, 4, this would be 6. And if this was 3, 6, this would be 9, which means if this was 4, 8, this would have to be 12, and it can't be. And this now has the same restriction. Now, 3 is only in a 2-to-1 relationship with 6. 6 is only in a 2-to-1 relationship with 3. 9 isn't in a 2-to-1 relationship with anything, and that matters here. And you'll notice from those pairs that because it's always going to be a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's even double, high odd digits can never go on black dots. But that means this is either 1, 2 or 2, 4, and there must be a 2 in these digits. This is 3, 6. So what can this be? Well, this is going to be the same. So this is either going to be 3, 6 or 9 because this is going to be 1, 2, 2, 4 or 3, 6. But this one can't be 3, 6 now. This can't be 9 because if this was 3, 6, this would be a 3, 6 and I'd have 3 digits in the column from 2 different digits and there's no repeats in the column. So this is 1, 2, 4 with a 2 on it and this is only 3, 6. That's cool. So how do I want to look at this? Well, this can't have a 2 on it. Right, this can't have a 2 on it because there must be a 2 on here, and this can't be 3, 6. This is 4, 8 because it can't be 1, 2 because 2's over here. It can't be 2, 4. It can't be 3, 6. This is 4, 8. So this is 1, 2, and this is 3. That's cool. That's a really cool opening, which is pushing this way up. Now. There's going to be something. It does put 3 in one of those two. It is going to be something to do with these sums. Like this is already 12. And the minimum of these, it could be a parity thing. Particularly with what are the possibilities of those sums, but those aren't a sum of digits. Those are what possible digits could go in it. And the answer is actually quite a lot. I just can't use a 5, a 7, or a 9. But that doesn't mean it has to have, like this could be 63 and these could have an odd total. This is a 3, so this is a 2 or a 4. And if this is a 2 or a 4, this is 1, 2, 4, or 8, because a 2 could go to 1 or 4, and a 4 could go to a 2 or an 8. This can't be a 1, because if this was a 1, this would be a 2, the only thing in a 2-to-1 relationship, and this would be a 2, the only thing consecutive. So this is 2, 4, 8. There must be a 4 in those, because it's either 2, 4, or 4, 8. This can't be 2, 4. It could, and it can't be 1, 2, because this can't be 1, 2, because this would be 1, 2 and break that. It can't be 2, 4 because that would leave nothing here. So this is either 3, 6 or 4, 8. This is really, if this is 4, 8, I think I'd have a problem. I know this is going to be 3, 6, but I haven't proved that yet. Because if this was 4, 8, there'd be nothing in the puzzle to distinguish whether those were the 8s and those were the 4s or the other way around, at least not that I can see. So I'm pretty certain this is going to end up being 3, 6, but I have to prove that. Is it parity? Because these are all even. So this has to be odd. But it could be 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, but it is an odd digit. Could this be parity? because there's an even digit on every one of these black circles. Because it's always at least one even digit, because it's always a low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's even double. It could be 2 even digits like this one has. There must be an even digit on here. I mean, this is odd. So this can't have a 4 on it. So it's either 1, 2 or 3, 6. I think I have to play with these totals, but I'm not sure how. What could this be? Things it could... This one could be 1, 2, because the sum of the arrow could give me the order of these digits. I don't think this can be 12. Maybe it could be, you know. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8. Whoa. Oh, I'm in color mode. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8. So those are all from... Oh! This can't have 3, 6 on it. So it's either 1, 2, 2, 4, or 4, 8. And those 3 digits are all from 1, 2, 4, 8. So I can't make this another digit from 1, 2, 4, 8. It doesn't work. Because then I'd have 5 digits from 1, 2, 4, 8. This has to be 3, 6. So we know those sum to 9. Now this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. So I think the question starts boiling down to is where are the 3 6s? This isn't a 2, so this isn't a 1. Three is up here. 6 is in one of these two because 6 is looking down and I can't put 6 in any of those, which puts 6 in one of those two. This can't be 3, 6. If this was 3, 6, by Sudoku, those would be 3, 6. And then where would... So if these were 3, 6, let's mark them as purple. If by Sudoku, these couldn't be 3 and 6, and those would be 3 and 6. Now where do I put 3, 6 in this box? I'd have to put them down here. But if this was a 3 or a 6, this would be 3 or 6, and that would have a conflict. If this was 3 or 6, this would be 3 or 6, and I'd have a conflict because I can't put any in this row. So I couldn't put them here, or they'd move out of these 3 cells. So I'd have to put both 3 and 6 here, and that doesn't work. So this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. That's kind of cool. I like that. I don't know if it's the correct way to solve this puzzle, but I do like it. Now I'm already at 12 from these. So this can't be a 1 because that'd be 1 and 2. And all of these cells would have to sum to 0. So this isn't a 1. The minimum we've already got is 12 plus 6, which is 16. If we added 3 here, that's 19. With 3 here is 21. So this, maybe, this could go as low as 24. But 3 and 6 can't be in those. So I've got to put 3, 6 in here. So what can this be? If this is 3, 6 and this is 3, 6, doesn't restrict this that much. Well, this can't be 3, 6. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8. And this can't be 1 or 2. So this is 4 or 8. So yeah, this sees 1, 2, and this can't be 3, 6. So this is from 4, 8, giving me a 4, 8 pair, taking 4, 8 out of there, making this the 3, 6. That's kind of cool. So 3, 6 isn't in any of those. So 3 and 6 are in those. But this isn't a 3, 6. But if this is an 8, this is a 4. If this is a 4, this is a 2. or an 8. Now, this can't be an 8 because the maximum sum of those is 24. And I can't even do that. The maximum sum of that is 12 plus 9 is 21 plus 9. The maximum sum of this is 30. So this has to be a 2. The maximum that can sum to is 9, or that sums to 9, and the maximum sum here is 12 plus 9. 12 plus 9 is 21 plus 9. Maximum sum is 30. So this could never get as high as 4. This is a 2, this is a 4, which means this is an 8, this is a 4. Looking up saying that's not a 4. So these have to sum to 20 something. So we've got 9. These need to sum to at least 11. Well, hang on. The minimum here, it could be 21. So if there's a lot of options here. If I make this 1, 2, though, if I make this 1, 2, we're at 9 plus 12. I could get to 21. So this, well, it can't be 1, 2. Oh, this is 3, 6 as well, because I can't have 2 or 4 on it. So I can't do 1, 2. I can't do 2, 4. I can't do 4, 8. This is also a 3, 6. This is another 3, 6, and I know the order. The 3 makes that 6 and that 3, which makes that 6 and that 3. The 6 says that's not a 6, that's a 6. And these sum to 18. What can that be? If this is a 1, this is quite restricted, because if this was a 1, it doesn't work. Can't be 2, 3, 4. If this is a 5, this would be 18 plus 5, which is 23. This can't be a 5. It can't be a 6. If it's a 7, this is 25. An 8 is 26, which doesn't work. And 9 is 27. No, wait, that's wrong. Let me do that math again. 18. 18 plus 1 doesn't work, plus 2 doesn't work, plus 3 plus 4. 18 plus 5 is 23, which doesn't work. 18 plus 6 doesn't work. 18 plus 7 is 25. 18 plus 8 is 26, and 18 plus 9 is 27. So there is a 7 in one of those two. But we've known this isn't 3, 6. Well, what is this now? It's not 3, 6. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8 as well. How do I narrow this down? Why have I got these coloured? I don't... Oh, because I was doing even odd colouring. I don't think the even odd colouring is helping me. Let's get rid of that. Three 6s in here. So there's no 3, 6 in any of those. I can't put 3, 6 in those. I could put 3, 6 into those. Yeah, where's 3, 6 in this box? I can't put 3... Hang on a minute. 3, 6 is not in any of those. If I put 3 and 6 here, these become 3, 6, and I put 3, 6 in those two. That seems okay, doesn't it? If I put 3, 6 in those... actually, this is not doing as much as I might like. It could be there, but I'm not seeing it. One of these two is 3, 6. Actually, yeah, one of these two is 3, 6. I can't put 3, 6 here. One of those two is 3, 6. One of those two is 3, 6. But it could be here or here. I think I need to play with the sums some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5, 7, and 9, because of course they are. Four is in here. These, 1, 2, 3, these are 5, 7, and 9. Okay. So can I do the same trick with this arrow? Because this is 1, 2, 4, 8. Because it can't be 3, 6. This is 9. The maximum here is 12. So 9 plus 12 is 21. So the maximum this can sum to is 30, if that's a 9. So this can never be a 4 or an 8. This is a 1 or a 2, which means this can never be an 8. There must be a 2 in here. And this can't sum to 12, because if this was a 1, 2, if this was a 1, this would be a 2, and a 1, 2 means these would have to sum to 12, but with 9 and 1, 2, this would have to be a 0. That's a 2. Okay, so we're aiming for 21 or 24. The 2 looks up taking 2 out of there, which takes 1 out of there. That's a thing. So to get to 21 with 9 here, these would need to sum to 12. So this couldn't be 4, 8. If this was 1, 2, this would be a 9. If this was 2, 4, this would be a 6, which it can't be. And if this was 4, 8, this would have to be a 0. So I'd have to do 1, 2, 9. If this is 24, again, it feels like a bit of a casing puzzle, but there's more logic about where do I look in this puzzle and trying to figure that out, which is okay. If this is 24, then 24 minus 9 is 15. So if this is 3, that wouldn't work. Actually, I don't think I can put a 1 here, because if this is 9 plus 3 did work. 9 plus 3 plus 9 is 21. So but if this is 24, these have to sum to 15. A 1, 2 doesn't work. A 2, 4 would mean that's a 9, and a 4, 8 would mean that's not a 3. This is always a 9. Holy cow. There's no 9 there. And this is either 1, 2, or if I'm aiming for 24, this couldn't be 4. This couldn't be, I can't put an 8 on here, I don't think, because these are 18. So yeah, there's no 8 here because I can never put 12 here because the 12 required a 3, which I don't have. So this is from 1, 2, 4 and must contain a 2. So now this doesn't have a 2 on it. So it's not 1, 2 or 2, 4. This is 3, 6 or 4, 8. Which, this is nuts. I get the feeling this is going to turn out to be 3, 6, but I don't know how to prove that. These, I feel I'm missing something critical somewhere. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8. So it's from 1, 2, so if it was 1, 2, it would have to be 1 and 2. If it's 2, 4, it would have to be 2 and 4. And if it's 4, 8, I think it can be in either order. Where's the other 3, 6 in this row? It could be there. That could be 3. But this is now a 1, 2, 4, 8 quadruple. There's no 1 there. That is 1, 2, 4, 8. 1 is definitely in one of those two. So 2 is in one of those two. This is strange. But with 1... So 4 has to be in one of those two. That's not... Yeah, because if 8 is on here, that can't be 4. And if 8 is here, this is 4. And 8 has to be in one of those. So 4 is in one of those two. Why do I've got 2 marked across boxes there. Except 2 is to be in here. Is this a 2, 4 pair? If this is a 1 and this is a 4, this is a 2. The 1 here would make this a 2, and this would be 4, 8. But this would be a 4, 2, and that could work, maybe. But these are 1, 2, 4, 8. These are 3, 6. These are 5, 7, and 9. And that's not a 9. I don't think that's helping me, though. This puzzle is tricky. or at least this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. Because it can't be 3, 6, or 5, 7, 9. This is from 1, 2, 4, 8. And this is from 1, 2. That's it. These are from 1, 2, 4, 8. Now, this one can't be 2 or 4. That's fine. This is from 1 or 8. But that is now 3 digits from 1, 2, 4, 8 in the column. So if this was from 1, 2, 4, 8, I'd have 5 digits in the column from the same 2 digits. This is not the 1, 2, that's the 3, 6. So this is not the 3, 6, that's the 4, 8, taking 4 out of those, meaning that's not the 4. This could never have been the 4, because if this is the 4, this is the 1, 2 breaking that. So this is not the 4, this is the 4, this is not the 4. Now, 4 is on here, so this isn't the 1. That doesn't... Well, this can't be a 5 anymore. This is 3 or 7 because 5 isn't consecutive with either 2 or 8. But this has the 4 on it. If this is 4, 8, this is a 2, 4, 8. This is the 1, this is the 2. There's no 2 here. This is a 1, 8 pair. But with this being 3, 6 now, oh, this is strange. There's no 1 on this anymore. So there is a 4 on this. I think I'm solving this the wrong way. But I'm not seeing another way of solving it. Now, I've got the same thing here. These sum to 9. The maximum I could put in here would be 8, 9 summing to 17. 17 plus 9 is 26, plus another 9 is 30 something. There's no way this could be anything other than a 2. So this is 2, 4, and we're aiming for 24. That's what I needed to look for. So this is an 8, which means this is a 7, this is a 4, this is a 2. The 4 looks across, meaning this is a 1. Oh, I got this from the 1, 2. And this should be confirmed. Yeah, these are 18 plus 2 plus 1 is 21. That's just confirmed it all. But these now have to sum to 24. This is very strange, and I like it. It's strange, and I like it. I solved a puzzle, and I liked it. So where's the other 3, 6 in this row? I can't put that 3, 6 in any of those cells. It must go there. That's a 3, 6. And that 3, 6 is in one of those two. And it's not there. This is a 3, 6 pair. And that's going to get resolved by this arrow. This not being the 2, this being the 2, this being a 1 or a 4. Oh, and the 2 makes that the 1 and that the 2, looking up making that the 4, which makes that the 6, that the 3, looking across making that the 6 and that the 3. So this is a 5 or a 9. The 8 looks down making that the 1, which makes that the 8. So this is 5, 7 or 9 for the column. I haven't put a 1 in this yet. This is a very weird puzzle and I like it a lot. So I've got these sums now. So this is 12 plus 12 is 24 plus 6 is 30. So those cells, yellow sums to 30. I'm at 42. There's no way this can get me to anything that starts with an 8. So we're at 42. So this is 48. So I'm at 42. I need to get to 48. So this is a 6, meaning that's a 3 and that's a 6. That's very cool. That's really cool. The way that resolved was so clean. The 6 means this isn't the 6. This is the 6. So that's the 3. That's the 6, meaning that's not the 3. That's the 3. But I need to get these to the correct sum. So we're at 9. I'm aiming for 24. So these have to sum to 15. So they're 3 digits that have to sum to 15. But I could repeat digits. I could repeat digits. So let's try and do some more Sudoku. I mean, breaking the habit of a lifetime, but let's try and do some more Sudoku. 7, right. Oh no, 7 could be there. I need to figure out, where's 8 in this box? This is the only place for the 8. So now where's 8 in this box? This is the only place for the 8. Now 8 is in what? 8 is right here. Can I continue with 8s? 8, 8, 8 is in one of those two. What about 2s? Yes, 2 and 2 are looking up, saying 2's not in any of those. 2 can't be there, so this is a 2, which puts 2 in one of those two, but this 2 is looking up, saying not there. This is a 2. And I've placed all the 2's. What about 3's? 3's by these, I've got 4 3's looking into box 1, so that's a 3. And I've done all the 3's. 4's. This 4 looks across, making that the 8 and that the 4. I have not put a 4 in box 4. It's in one of those two, but that 4 is looking down saying not there. That's a 4. So this is a 5 or a 7 to complete the box. So this is a pair, 1 and 9. So this is a pair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So this is known to be a 1, and this is 5, 7, 9. So let's look at 8, maybe. Oh no, I got 8 down to, oh no, that 8 says that's not an 8 and that's an 8, and I've done all the 8s. So now it's just 1, 5, 7 and 9 that I have to place. So I need to figure out those. Can I place more 1s? 1 is in one of those two. No, it's not. 1's not there. 1 is here, which puts 1 in one of those two and 1 in one of those 3. But it's the sum of this arrow, because these now sum to 10, so those have to sum to 14. 14 is an even digit. Now, it can be done with 9, 5. I can't do it with 8, 6 because I've placed all the 8 6s. It could be done with 2 7s. But this isn't a 1 anymore. So where's 1 in the top row? This has to be the 1 in the top row. This is 5, 7, 9. And all of the other digits, these are all 5, 7, 9. This is 5, 7, 9. Okay. So what I need to do now is colour the 5, 7s and 9s. Because I've got a relationship here and a relationship here. So let's try this, shall we? Whatever, let's start down here. Whichever one this is a different one. Let's call it blue. And this one is a different one. Let's call it, let's use green. Green is fine. So how do I keep colouring these? If these sum to 18. So if that's 7, that's 5. If that's 9, that's 7. So actually, let's not colour here. Let's blue and green. I need some way. The question is, can those be the same? Oh no, it's simple. That can't be a 7. And if that can't be a 7, that can't be a 7 because of this 7. This isn't 7 either. 7 is in one of those two, which means this can't be 7. This is a 5, 9, making that a 7, meaning there's no 7 in any of those. There's no 7 here, meaning this is a 7 because that's a 5, 9. The 7 is looking across, making that the 5 and that the 7. It was way easier than colouring because this is a full deck and missing a few cards puzzle. They are smarter than me. I mean, they're smarter than most people. I know. I've spoken to them. This is not a 7. But they're definitely smarter than me. This is a 1, 7. This is 5, 9, and they must be different. So whichever one this is, green and yellow, green and gold, go Aussie. This is gold. This is green. This is green. Oh, 5. This is 9. So this is 9. So again, I don't need colouring. I just need to do Sudoku. They are smarter than me. And this arrow should now sum to the 24 I need. We've got 10, 9, 24. That's all good. Because 9 plus 1 is 10, and those sum to 14. We're there. Great. So now I just need to do more Sudoku. The 9 makes that the 5. looking down, taking 5 out of those. So this is having to sum to 27. That's the 9, that's the 5. The 9 comes out of there, but to get 18 to 27, I need to add a 9. And then the 5 looks across, making this the 7 and this the 5, turns around, making that the 9, that the 7, that the 5, looking at making that the 9 and that the 5. The 9 looks across, making that the 1 and that the 9. The 1 looks back, making that the 7 and that the 1. The 1 looks back, making that the 5 and that the 7. And that is the solution to the puzzle. It had 538 solves in 200 days, not a new puzzle. Probably published on it's been published somewhere, and it's a full deck and missing a few cards puzzle, so it's got some solves. That was great. I loved that one. Now, this video is longer than normal because of that really long intro. But as I said, I will put chapter marks in so people can skip it if they want to. I'm really sorry about the rant, but I needed to give an update and just get my stuff out there because I'm trying to be honest about what my situation is. A lot of people won't like the honesty. A lot of people won't care. And that's fine too. If you're just here for the puzzles, just be here for the puzzles. But when you start seeing changes, or when changes start happening to the order in which I release stuff and everything, just know that I've tried to be honest, and I'm wanting to talk to people about it and everything, and we'll try and figure it all out. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do hope you enjoy the content I put out. It takes me a long time every week to bring you what I do. And yeah, I don't regret it. It's just something I really have to plan around and figure it all out, because I don't regret it because I get to do stuff like this. This puzzle is great. Thanks everyone for watching. And as always, from my heart to all of you, good luck with your solving.